going to take you to the web pages that I built on the website and show you a little bit around there that may be helpful to you as a focus group leader. And then number 3, the Journey Connection is the online WUFU form that we've created to consolidate all enrollment online into a single form. It's pretty easy to maintain behind the scenes, and it's very utilitarian, so I'll show you that. And then I've got a focus group leader job description, just to let you know what you're getting into and lay out some expectations as what is expected of you and what you can expect from us. And then number 6, just some basics on taking attendance in a weekly feedback form. Actually, I skipped number 5, your in-fellowship profile. It's kind of important, but it gives you a lot of tools there that you can use to connect with and communicate with your group. And then number 7, the Right Now app. Very, very helpful on your mobile device. And then we'll go right to Right Now. We'll just kind of wind down of the power of Right Now Media. It's the library we pay a monthly fee for at Christian Life, and just opens up a whole world of a universe, really, of some pretty tremendous tools for you, some of which you're going to be using for curriculum. And then we'll just kind of wind down and have a word of prayer. And if you have any questions, you can contact me. So that's it in a nutshell. So let's just go to the website here, and let me show you the web pages that I prepared for you. First of all, I don't know if you know this, but if you double click on the journey heading here on the main page, it takes you right to the dashboard. Now, Emily Hanks has created some rotating banners here that's kind of really neat, and they all have links. So thanks to Emily for that good work here. But we have a little quick link dashboard here, and I don't know, you may or may not be familiar with this, but it's very handy for you to know, have this in your back pocket, that the vision is one click away. If you're talking to someone and say, well, what's the journey all about? Well, you can actually send them this link to the dashboard, and there's the journey vision. I've got a little 4-minute video that I've done for them, and a multimedia slide presentation. It's actually what I do at the Journey Workshop for newcomers to the church. You can take a look at that or share that with folks. And discipleship starts here. It's 5 steps to a strong start. Some things that if you're working with someone who's a new believer in your group, this may be of help to them. Getting started in the journey, if anybody you know encounter at Christian Life that wants to be involved in the Journey Discipleship experience, this is the link to send them to. Everything they need to know is on a single web page. The Journey Connection, we'll go over that. That's the online registration form, but it's on the dashboard here for easy access. The connection calendar, everything we're going to be doing in the journey, in the men's, women's, singles, and couples networks, and all that kind of thing will be on this one place, one calendar there. And the men's and women's freedom weekends, those will be coming up twice a year in April and in August, so easy access for that there. And marriage mentoring, in case you run into someone in your group that needs a little extra help there, that is available. You can also click on these large icons here on mentoring groups, connect, and resources. I'll click on resources, and it'll just take you right to the page and give you an overview of what's available to you in those categories. So that's just a real quick introduction to the journey page. What I wanted to show you is on the left navigation bar here, and you see that these groups are all built out according to those icon category headings right here. And so as we go down to focus groups, you'll see those here. Everything that we have that is open and available at this time of this recording appears here. And you can just click on that link. It'll take you right to the page. In this case, the Model Man. They'll have the focus group icon logo at the top. And essentially, they all look the same. There's just a welcome, what time and where they meet, and they're hosted by, and there's a bio and a photo. And if you click on that, it comes up with that for each of you, and I thank you for submitting those. And a little bit about the curriculum, just to give people who are perusing it, kind of kicking the tires for your focus group, you can send them this link. Say, hey, here's what it's all about. I took the summaries that many of you provided for me, and I just put them right here. And then maybe a little bit about how the group format may meet. Some of you are at book studies, other are Right Now Media, online content. And so I kind of clarify that in just 2 or 3 sentences. And if there's some more things they can look at, they can click on an additional link here that might take them to Right Now to show a preview trailer for the curriculum. And then how to sign up, simply click on the Journey Connection, or they can email us for a question. So, and I'll just go ahead and click the Journey Connection, which takes us to the form that we just require their name, and couples can sign up here at the same time, actually. But there's a primary contact email. We need their phone number. And then if they want to join a coaching group, they can click here. The Connect class is required for discipleship coaching, not for focus groups. But then here's the groups, the Connect groups, and then here's our bread and butter for this workshop, the focus groups. So if someone wanted to connect with a model man, they'd simply click that right there. And then, scroll down. If they have any questions, they can key those in here and then click Submit. And they would get an autoresponder email back to them, giving them the next instructions, thanking them. And then that would be forwarded to me, and my administrative team would get that name on your roster, usually within 24 hours. So that's the Journey Connection. It's an online WooFoo form, a service we use called WooFoo. It's very helpful, very easy to use, and pretty efficient. So that's our online sign-up process. And so the Journey Connection appears on every page. If your focus group has a web page, then this is at the bottom, and you can direct folks to that. Okay? So let me take you now just for a moment to our job description for focus groups. I kind of wanted you, my screen is in reverse color because of my eyesight. I like the high contrast option in Windows, and so that's why you'll see the background here and yellow lettering. But there's a little summary here that I just want to go over this, and then I'll breeze through this with you. But focus group leaders provide loving accountability, faithful prayer partnership, confidential listening, spiritual counseling, and life modeling. Focus group leaders are not spiritual parents, but spiritual partners, walking with participants through the Christian life journey. Focus group leaders through the Christian journey. Focus group leaders concentrate on one discipline of life application and using sound guidance from a biblical and spiritual position. So just a little summary of kind of what we're thinking about. Here's some who you'll be reporting to, and that's your focus group captain, which in this case is actually me for now. And in the future, we'll have a captain over each network and report to me, and then I report, of course, to Pastor Ron. And then some gifts and passions involved in that. But let me just tell you what you're committing to, and having an obvious commitment to Jesus as Savior and Lord, okay, and then operating at a high level in the Big Five. You see this in this next point right here. We'd love for that to be the situation in all of our leaders, and that you're pursuing spiritual maturity, okay? Have a servant's heart for ministry, and then complete the Journey Leader Essentials. That's a leadership course. Ideally, would love for you to do that. It's really our opportunity to give you an overview of the important, vital things we feel are necessary for all journey leaders, regardless of group type. And if you've not taken that, you can inquire more with me about that, and I can tell you when that's offered. Model a lifestyle of personal and spiritual growth, and be faithful in Sunday attendance to Christian life. Be a faithful tither. I think that's very, very important for a focus group leader, and have a desire to replicate your growth, the character of Christ in you and someone else. We are pretty careful about who we invite to be a focus group leader, and we have confidence in you. Your name has been passed by the advisory team and vetted, and we don't apologize for that. We want to put our best people in front of people, because you're a primary influencer in the church as a leader, and so we have great confidence in you to replicate yourself in the lives of other people. It's important, we feel like, for you to be in agreement and support of the church's leadership vision and philosophy, the statement of faith and all of that you're congruent with that, and to be able to make a time commitment of the weekly hours required to lead your focus group with excellence. That's one of the core values we have here, is excellence. We really talk a lot about that in Journey Leader Essentials. That's a passion of Pastor Ron's, and he holds himself to that standard in the staff, and we think it's very appropriate to ask that of our focus group leaders. Excellence, you know. And so part of that will include connecting with your group members between the meetings with, you know, all the various technologies that we have that make it so easy. Emails, text, you know, Facebook messages and things like that. The phone, you know, when you're running an errand, you can make a call between the meetings. Really, in the surveys that I've read, that variable right there will make or break a focus group member's experience, is what happens in particular between the meetings. If they felt cared for and connected, it'll be because their coach, their focus group leader, or the group members, you know, had an experience or relationship with them. Okay, that's just a short and long of it. And we teach, and I stand in front of newcomers and say that, you know, the journey really is 75% relationship, 25% content. And that is to say their affiliation and relationship with you is really paramount, even more so than just the material and curriculum that you're sharing with them. I mean, anybody can Google how to do a budget and get some good information, but really it's interfacing with you as an individual on a given topic that's going to make the difference between whether they cross that chasm between knowing what's right and doing what's right. Between knowing and doing is really, you're probably going to be the bridge that God uses over which truth can pass in the lives of these people. I'm firmly convinced of that. And that's why the journey is unique, because we emphasize relationships. And we want you to encourage and challenge people to experience real transformation in their lives on a consistent habit-forming basis. You know, people's habits are going to make them or break them, and you can be part of that. And really, again, here to reemphasize building into the lives of your group members outside of group time. And that can be as easy as just sending a weekly email to the group. Honestly, that goes a long, long way with people, praying for people, shooting them a text, praying for you. Those kinds of small, warm, fuzzy touches are integral and important. And staying in contact with your focus group captain of your group area for resourcing and updates. Well, again, that would be me in this case, and maybe someone else in the future. But, you know, I want to be your go-to guy to help you resolve any problem, troubleshoot things that may not be working so well. Any technology issues, we'll fix those for you. And then feel free to recruit for your focus group folks to come in, and I'll show you how to do that easily in the screencast coming up. And then attend some training events. We often offer a coaching huddle, usually one per trimester. I know it's a leadership summit with Pastor Ron. Very important to get the vision cast from our senior leader. And then I'll be sending, you know, take 5 leadership development resources in the weekly check-in email. I'd encourage you and ask you please to read that. I try not to over inundate you with too much email. Just one a week I try to give you a heads up before the meeting, and then we do some follow-up after the meeting. And that's about it. And so as a coaching captain, I and future coaches, captains in the future, we want to pray for you and ask God to divinely intervene and enable you to affect people's lives in a profound way. And I want to encourage you and hold you accountable for the things that you would like to do in the group, and provide resources for you and help you anyway personally or in the ministry that I can. I want to be a good listener for you. I'll be confidential with the things that you share with me in private. I want to be honest and truthful with you and follow up with you on a consistent basis as best I can. And really just do all I can to keep you inspired and motivated and challenged to be the greatest focus group leader that you would like to be. So, and finally be intentionally available for you. So that's the focus group job description. I wanted to put that out there, lay all the cards on the table for you in advance, and just let you know what you're getting into. If you have any questions about that, please feel free. So let's move on to the in fellowship profile here in our Nuts and Bolts workshop. Let me just show you this. This is where you can log in. Every one of you should have an in fellowship account. And if you don't, you can go to I'm New. Well, just see me about it, and I'll fix you up. I'll send you this link, or I'll post it in the training post. But you can just log in, and what I wanted to accentuate here is that your profile is updated. I think that's important for you to have your photo here and the correct information, your email address and whatnot, and if you have your Facebook links and things like that. so that people can get a hold of you in your group, because those members in your focus group will have access to in fellowship as well and be able to contact you. So there's that, the profile, and then you can click on your groups, and there's some pretty cool things that are available to you in this regard. For example, I'm teaching the Journey Leader Essentials this coming trimester with Dale Kelsey and Christy Sanford, and here's some information about when your group meets, taken right from the Fellowship One group that I built in there for you. You can click on the roster, and this is what I wanted to show you. There's photos of everybody there, links to their profile, their email address, their telephone number, and their social media links that they provided. And from this page, you can see everybody in your group. And if you've not done so before, you can send an email to an individual to everybody in your group. Pretty handy. Now, the prospects feature here is kind of interesting, because you can invite people to your group, to join your group, by simply clicking that link there. And let me just key in a name. Let me just come up with like Mike Dugan, for example. Let's say you want to invite him to your group. Well, just key in the first name, which is required, and then click next, and it searches the Fellowship One database, and there's Mike right there. Let's say you want to either add him to your group, or let's say we want to send an invitation to him. It pulls his information from Fellowship One database, and you can just say, please consider joining my group, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And if you clicked send invite, he would be invited, and then Mike, could join your group if he's interested. And that's a great way just to prospect and fill your group up. I'll just cancel out of here, but I think you see the value of that. Just click prospects, and there you go. So I'll hit the backspace here, but that's the in-fellowship account. If you have any questions on that, again, just please let me know. Okay, so what's next? Taking attendance and weekly feedback form. Yeah, you'll probably get an automated email from Fellowship One 24 hours after your group meets. We've done this in the past. We may do this again in the future, maybe even this trimester, but it'll be very, very easy. Just click the link, check, submit. And we're going to be tracking each group always and producing those reports. Let me show you a little leader connection form that we've created. Again, this is on the black background on my computer. It'll be a little more attractive on yours when you pull this up. But the big idea is just to connect with you, give one more feedback loop, just to hear what's working and what's not working in your group. We are very interested in how you're doing. And so you'll get one of these after your group meets, and you can just click what type of group it is, focus group. And in this instance, these questions will change. They'll be dynamic. But, tell us about the launch of your group this week. I'll send this out the first week, and how did it go? And was your group meeting location satisfactory? Last trimester it wasn't. And we, based on these little surveys, we moved people around. We adjusted temperature. We lowered the sound. The sound booth was too loud when the music played at the end of it. And so we made course corrections simply because we asked and people told us. And we're interested, well, what can we do in the next 7 days to help your group be more successful? This is an example of what we're just asking you for input and feedback, because what you think matters. That's just part of my philosophy of leadership. I've maintained it for years, and I will continue to do so in the future, that you are an integral part of why the journey is going from good to great. And then finally, our captains want to know, what can we agree for you in prayer about personally this week? I want to know what's going on in your world and how can we agree with you in prayer and that kind of thing. And anything else you want to put, you can just put it there and then submit it. And these go to the captains, not just, it's a universal form for discipleship coaching groups, connect groups, as well as focus groups. The focus groups will come to me during this season and then to another captain who replaces me in the future. But this is just another feedback loop that we want to make sure that we're doing all we can to make your group successful. Okay, number 7, Right Now app. All to say, if you just go on your iPad or under in the App Store and click on Right Now, there's a new app that came out. For those of you that are doing Right Now curriculum, it's awful handy to do that. If you're an Android user, go to Google Play, right now. Pull it down. It's free. It's quick. It's handy. Just want to tell you about that. And then let me just kind of wind down this nuts and bolts workshop with something I feel is really important, called the right now training modules. Okay, so you're actually doing a training module in the focus group nuts and bolts workshop, as you know. So and I want to you can just navigate there and log in. Okay, and I hope this isn't confusing. I don't intend it to be. We're trying to make it as ultra simple as possible, but you just click on customizable training library up top. Okay, that'll take you, once you're logged in, it'll take you to another page, and then it says customizable training library. You'll see on the left navigation bar. Let me just minimize the screen here just a bit. You'll see that this is where you can create some training posts. Okay, I hit the pause button there, so if the screen looks just a little bit different, I apologize for that. Let me just finish up here with the focus group nuts and bolts training with this Right Now training piece here, particularly those of you that are using Right Now curriculum. Let me tell you why this is important to me as the discipleship pastor. The big idea is creating an interactive experience between the meetings. Here's what I know. In the University of West Georgia, they taught me in my graduate level studies that the absolute best learning environment that we can create is a hybrid learning environment, and that is a face-to-face experience. In school, it would be a classroom experience with the instructor, combined with an online between the meeting experience. This is what they taught me is the best possible means, because when there's an online piece, it happens at the pace and at the place of the student, which makes it convenient around kids and schedules and bedtimes and work and all of that. And it gets people to engage and reflect and ponder and muse over things. It gives them time when they're unhurried to think about the content that you're wanting them to discuss, perhaps in a face-to-face meeting. Okay, so and it affords us with the opportunity to put all sorts of creative media at their iPad or mobile device or on their Mac or PC, and links and things like that. So the two together in a hybrid approach is absolutely optimum. That's why I want to leverage and invite you to help me to do this. Leverage Right Now Media to do that. So let me just show you something here on the screen as we kind of wind down here about the Right Now thing. Now, under training posts, my training posts and courses here at the top, you can scroll on the left till you see like the names of people under my training. You see this under the CLC logo, and let me just scroll down here, like Drew Nickerson. Let me take him as an example. He did such an excellent job in the Stepping Up focus group, A Call to Courageous Manhood. He created all these posts. And I will tell you that a post takes about 5 minutes or less to create a training post. And he just created one for every one of the sessions. And here they are. And he did a great job. And let me show you one just as a point of reference here. It consists of just the video, a title and all of that in the video. And then you can access all the sessions right here for every session with the times and things. And that collapses out. And then you just put questions here. Just added a question. And he added several here that they could think about and then submit. Okay? And when they're submitted, they go right to you as the instructor. And you can view the responses. See up here at the top right, view responses. And under your login ID, here's all the training posts that you will have created. And there's the responses. Here's one I created for the Journal Leader Essentials training post. It shows you statistically 5 out of 16 people responded to that post. That's an interesting statistic that you can follow. You can resend the post so that folks who didn't do it can redo it. And then view the responses. And as I click that, here was the video I wanted them to watch, and here's a breakdown of person by person what they responded. It's just very helpful. So it puts you as the focus group leader in control and in touch with what's actually happening with the content that you're proposing that they watch. Okay, so how are you going to learn how to do this? Well, it's pretty easy. Let me show you here. I called tech support. I said, I need some real easy things to share with my leaders. They sent me some articles here. How to send a training post, okay? I'll pull that up on the screen here. It's really short. You know, and here's step-by-step, screen by screen capture, exactly how to do it. It's like 2 steps. Okay, I'll share that with you in the post. Okay, let me show you another one. Let me go back here to my Outlook. And here's another one. How to create a training post. Okay, I'm going to share this video with you, this little link with you as well in the Right Now training for you to look at. But, you know, again, here's step-by-step how to create a post, customize the training post. It's all right here. It's short, it's sweet, it's easy. Again, it takes less than 5 minutes. And how to view responses is there. And then the training post forum. You know, this is a great reference, even for me, of you know, just click on these and it'll give you step-by-step, you know, screenshot by screenshot, anything you want to do in this. So that's the big idea with creating these screen posts in training posts in Right Now Media for those of you that are using Right Now, and you can just send them out once a week. I would suggest you doing it, you know, the day after you meet. Send out the next one for the next week and giving people lots and lots of time to do it. And give them a deadline of maybe doing it by Sunday night. You know, that's adequate time. Several days and weekdays and Sunday night should do it, okay? Alrighty, so that's about it. We can talk more about this. If you have questions about it, don't let it overwhelm you because it really is so intuitive, so easy. You'll have step-by-step directions. You'll have full access to me if you have any questions. And I would love for every focus group leader who is using Right Now Media to give it a shot. Try to use these training posts, and I can help you every step of the way with it. But they will serve you well, and it'll really add value to your group to give an interactive piece between the meetings, a very handy forum for which them to watch the videos from week to week. That way you don't have to keep up with all the links and stuff. You'll just build them one time in one sitting and then just send them out over the course of the trimester and boom, you're done. And then just collect the responses and you'll have your hand on the pulse of exactly what's happening within your focus group, okay? So that is that. So let me just close this session, the screencasting for now, and then I'll close down with a word of prayer in the next video.